ओम ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्त देहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। Bhagavad Gita chapter 13 verse 33. In earlier verse, the what is that? It was pointed out that Paramatma, though abiding in the body, Sharirasthopi Kaunteya Nakaroti Nalipyate. Even though abiding in the body, he doesn't do nor is connected to karma phalas. Reasons were given: anaditvat, nirgunatvat, uncaused, without any cause, beginningless, and nirguna, free from gunas, free from upadhis. Because this aware, indestructible Paramatma, even though abide in the body, doesn't do nor gets connected to karma phala. This is the reason given. Now, other reason is given. Paramatma, being drashta, seer in the sense, illuminator, one in whose presence everything gets known, is distinct from drishya, whatever that is, known, drishya, and therefore he is what? Totally unconnected to karma phalas, nor does he do, because he has nothing to do with the upadhis. Karmas are possible at the level of the upadhis, and therefore he is a drashta, free from drishya upadhi, therefore cannot no action possible. Again, being totally free from upadhi, distinct from the drishya, karma phalas cannot bind him. Read 33.
Yatha prakashayattekah कृत्स्नं लोकमिमं रविः क्षेत्रं क्षेत्री तथा कृत्स्नं प्रकाशयति भारत.
We have seen the Anvaya, Bharata, Yatha Ekaha Ravihi Imam Krishnam Lokam Prakashayati Tatha Kshetri Krishnam Kshetram Prakashayati. Bharata, Arjuna, we have seen this already. Yatha, just as Ekaha Ravihi, one sun, Surya. Our solar system has got one sun, and our Earth is one of the planets. Earth is a planet. Just as this sun illumines all that is there in this specific solar system. Actually, one Brahmanda illumines the entire Brahmanda. Prakashayati. And how? Imam Krishnam Lokam. Entire Loka. Not some portion only as such. Entire Loka. See, Prakashati illumines. What does it mean? He being the illuminator. Again, illuminator, not in the sense it does the function of illuminating. It is in his presence everything gets eliminated, but for Vyavahara we say sun is the eliminator, because if sun were not there, the world will not get eliminated from that standpoint. Prakashati means he is aloof from what is being eliminated. The good and the bad in the world has nothing to do with the sun. He is independent of them. Similarly, Tatha Kshetri. Kshetri here is Paramatma. Paramatma. Krishnam Kshetram. The Krishnam Kshetra. The entire Kshetra. As earlier told, verses 5 and 6. Mahabhutani Ankara Buddhiravyaktamevacha, etc. So that is entire Kshetram Prakashayati, illumines. Let us see the Bhasya. Yatha Prakashayati Avabhasayati. Read.
यथा प्रकाशयति अवभासयति एकः कृत्स्नं लोकमिमं रविः सविता आदित्यः तथा तद्वत् महाभूताधिधृत्यन्तं क्षेत्रम् एकः सन् प्रकाशयति कः क्षेत्री परमात्मा इत्यर्थः।
Yatha, just as. Prakashayati, just as. Prakashati, meaning of Prakashati is given as Avabhasayati, one who illumines, one who makes us see, reveals. Who? One Ravi. Ekaha. Ekaha. Ravi, one Ravi. Krishnam Lokam. Entire Loka. Lokam. Who? Ravi. Ravi, the meaning is given as Savita Aditya. Ravi, that is what is called Savitri Devata, or what is also called as Aditya. Just as the one sun illumines the entire Jagat, Tatha, so similarly, Tadvat, meaning of Tatha is Tadvat, in the same manner, Mahabhutani Dhrutyantam Kshetram. Bhashyakara has reminded us about the definition of Kshetra, given from beginning what to be ending what. Mahabhutani Bhutadi, beginning from the phrase Mahabhutani, Dhrutyantam, ending with the word Dhruti Kshetram. That's what Kshetra. We can revise ourselves. What is that? Mahabhutani Ahankara Buddhi Avyaktam Evacha Indriyani Dashaikam cha Panchachendriya Gocharaha Ichha Dvesha Sukham Dukkham Sanghata Chetana Dhruti. This much portion is describing what Kshetra is, what Upadhis are, what embodiment is. That Kshetram, how does he elements? Ekaha san prakashayati. Being one, Ekaha san. So that is being one. Ekaha san prakashayati. So that is he illumines. See, what are the similarities here? Sun illumines. Sun is unconnected to whatever that it illumines. Again, what sun sees in the sense of drashtra. See, you see the sun, let us say. You means who? All of us. All of us see the sun. We individually are the seer, but the seen sun is one and the same. Means, though individuals who see the sun differ, but the sun is one. Similarly, the bodies differ from jiva to jiva, but Chaitanya Atma is one and the same. Though bodies differ, Chaitanya Atma is one and the same. So also the onlookers, those who see the sun differ, sun is the one and the same. Again, Prakashayati is told, illumines. That means the illuminator, Bhasaka, the one who illumines, has no connection with the Bhasya Guna Dosha. Virtues and defects of what is illumined is not connected to illuminator. Illuminator is totally unconnected to the virtues and the defects in what is illuminated. Here also, Chaitanya Atma is one and the same in and through all upadhis. Yet, says this, the guna dharmas, what is that for the guna doshas, virtues and defects of upadhi are not at all connected to the Chaitanya Swarupa Atma. We just make them illumine, in a sense, make them function in its presence. But it is unconnected to all the virtues and defects of the upadhi. So that is why na karoti na lipyate. Ekahasan prakashati. Continue.
रविदृष्टान्तः अत्र आत्मनः
Wait. Kaha, who prakashayati? Kshetri. Kshetri. Who is Kshetri? Paramatma. Kshetri means one who abides in the Kshetra. One who abides in the individual bodies. So he is Paramatma. So that is what is that? Being one illumines all innumerable embodiments. Continue.
रविदृष्टान्तः अत्र आत्मनः उभयार्थः अपि भवति रविवत् सर्वक्षेत्रेषु एक आत्मा अलेपकः च इति
Ravi Drishtantaha, the illustration of sun, atra, in the context of showing Atma as Akarta and Abhokta. Atma, in showing Atma is non-doer and totally unconnected to the karma phalas. In that context, Tatra, this Drishtanta is Ubhayartha api bhavati. Is meant in the sense, in the both senses. In the both senses, what are those both senses? In what is that? It illustrates, say, number one, Ravivat Sarva Kshetreshu Ekaha Atma. Just as innumerable people see the sun, but to all of them, though the seers differ, seen sun is one and the same. Likewise, says, Sarva Kshetreshu, in all the bodies differ. Chaitanya Rupa Atma is one and the same like the sun in the case of all onlookers. This is one aspect that the illustration points out. Other aspect is alepakascha naliptaha, totally unconnected. Totally unconnected. So that means Atma, though abides in the bodies, is not concerned with the karma phalas. So from this standpoint also, sharirastha api kaunteya atma na karoti na lipyate. This is proof. With this, Bhagwan is concluding this chapter by pointing out the prayojana, the result one can gain by discovering Neyam Brahma, Neyam Yattat Pravakshami, that, or by knowing the real nature of Kshetrajna, who is identical with Paramatma. Read the Prastavana Bhasya.
समस्ताध्यायार्थोपसंहारार्थः अयं श्लोकः क्षेत्र इति.
Kshetra, Kshetrajna may differ in different texts. Samastadhyayarthopasamhartha. Ayam shloka. Ayam shloka means this last verse of chapter 13 is upasamharartha, for concluding what the samastadhyayartha. Artha means prayojana. What is the prayojana? What is the utility, usefulness that can be gained by this chapter? Means by studying it and discovering the truth therein. What can one gain? To show that Bhagavan Krishna is giving this last verse of this 13th chapter. Read the verse.
क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञयोरेवम् अन्तरं ज्ञानचक्षुषा भूत प्रकृति मोक्षं च ये विदुर्यान्ति ते परम्.
ये एवं ज्ञानचक्षुषा क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञयोः अंतरम, डिस्टिंक्शन, अच्छा अंतरम, भूत प्रकृति मोक्षम च विदुः ते परम यान्ति. Ye, whoever those they may be, anyone who knows this or any who knows this. What is that? Evam. Evam means in the manner that was shown so far in the earlier portion of this chapter. Evam Jnana Chakshusha, by the eyes of knowledge. What is to be known? The Antara, distinction between Kshetra and Kshetra. This distinction is not like this. The distinction between the pot and a car, the distinction between a tree and an elephant, which can be seen by the eyes. But distinction between Kshetra and Kshetrajna, you can't perceptibly see. So therefore, our Mamsa Chakshu, our anatomical eyes are not going to help us. Jnana Chakshusha. Jnana, just as eyes reveal the form to us, knowledge, jnana, reveals the entity about which it pertains to. By the eyes of wisdom, jnana chakshusha. What knows? Kshetra kshetrajnayoho antaram. Distinction between kshetra, which is inert in nature, kshetrajna, the sentient entity who knows all kshetra, antaram. And not only that, bhuta prakriti moksha. It is like this. Bhutanam prakritehe moksham. Bhutanam means of karya rupa jagat, of entities that are born in the creation. Prakritehe means karanasya or avidyaya. Moksham, abhava gamanam, extinction. In short, one knows the extinction of the cause avidya of all karya rupa drishya jagat, which is possible only when you know in reality directly who? Kshetrajna Paramatma. Moksham cha ye vidu, those who know, te param yanti, they gain the Parabrahma. Now this phrase, of course, Bhashyakara is going to explain that. Look, how do you say that Kshetrajna Jiva gains Brahma? Because you have already pointed out and shown us that the real nature of Kshetrajna Jiva is that Paramatma only. There's nothing gaining there. Gaining means what? Something different from you. Yeah, there's no question of gaining Paramatma. You are right. So then what is meant by this? Te yanti, they gain, they reach. What do you mean by that? It means they do not have any rebirth. They do not have any rebirth. They remain what they are in reality. Paramatma Swarupa, Parabrahma Swarupa, free from Adhyastha Prapancha. Free from Adhyastha Prapancha. Let us see the Bhashya. Read.
क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञयोः यथा व्याख्यातयोः एवं यथा प्रदर्शितप्रकारेण अन्तरम् इतरेतरवैलक्षण्यविशेषं ज्ञानचक्षुषा शास्त्राचार्योपदेशजनितम् आत्मप्रत्ययिकज्ञानं चक्षुः तेन ज्ञानचक्षुषा भूतप्रकृतिमोक्षं च भूतानां प्रकृतिः अविद्यालक्षणा अव्यक्ताख्या तस्याः भूतप्रकृतेः मोक्षणम् अभावगमनं च ये विदुः विजानन्ति यान्ति गच्छन्ति ते परं परमार्थतत्त्वं ब्रह्म न पुनः देहम् आददते इत्यर्थः.
Entire one line, one sentence. Of course, you can't call it one sentence, but in one stretch. Now, what is meant by kshetra kshetradnyoho? Kshetra kshetradnyoho. Between kshetra and kshetradnya. That antara, distinction there. What is antara distinction? Yatha vyakhyatayoho. The kshetra and kshetradnya has commented upon already. Evam. What is evam? In this manner. What is it? Yatha pradarshita prakarena. In the manner that was shown so far. What is meant by antaram? Antaram. Itaretara vailakshanya vishesham. Itaretara means mutual. Vailakshanya vishesham. Specific distinctions. What is that? See, Kshetradnya, Paramatma, is always Kutasthana, unchanging. Whereas Kshetra is Parinabhi, always subject to change, like this. With the distinction between their nature. Vidu is there? No. How they know? This distinction, as we already seen, cannot be known like the two objects by the eyes. So that being the case, say Jnana Chakshusha. By Jnana Chakshu, Kshetradnya, who is Paramatma, is Atindriya, imperceptible. Any perceptible entity you come across can be distinguished from other entities with the help of perception through sense organs. But Kshetradnya, Paramatma is Atindriya, imperceptible. How can you know that? So therefore say, that being the case, this distinction cannot be known by the fleshy eyes. The fleshy eyes, the anatomical eyes, no, it cannot be known. It needs Jnana Chakshu. Knowledge also is called figuratively Chakshu eyes because it reveals an entity. So Jnana Chakshusha. So what is that Chakshu? Let us see. Shastracharya Upadesha Janitam Atma Pratyayikam Jnanam. Knowledge which is of such nature. How did you get? How can one gain it? It is born of Shastracharya Upadesha. Acharya Upadesha, teaching of Acharya in accordance with the Shastra. And that knowledge is of such nature. Atma Pratyayikam, which gives you the Pratyaya of Atma. What is Pratyaya of Atma? The teaching of Acharya in accordance with the Shastra, which gives the Pratyaya. Pratyaya is Anubhava, direct cognition of Atma. Pratyaya means Antakarana Vrittis. Antakarana Vrittis. Antakarana Vrittis correspond to the entities to be known. Now, the vritti which makes us know Atma has to be of the nature of Atma, means it has to conform itself to nature of Atma only. This is what is told as Atma Pratyayikam, which as if reveals you the Atma Swarupa. That Jnanam is called Chakshu. Elsewhere I read Akhandakara Vritti Jivan Mukti, whereas Vastu Brahma is Videha Mukti. Now you can understand who is Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta is the one who can command this Atma Pratyaya, the Antakarana Vritti, which is Atmakara, Brahmakara, Akhandakara. Means in that Vritti, you will not find any Visheshas, any features of Dvaita Drishya Jagat. That Vritti is so nirvishesha, so free from features of Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, that in that we find the exact reflection of Atma free from Upadhi. No doubt, you are seeing it in the sense you are experiencing it through the medium of Upadhi only. What is the Upadhi? That specific state of Antakarana, wherein usual Manovyaparas are not there, but it is in a very subtle samskara form. This has to be there because Jnana, Atma Jnana, is Manodharma, the feature of Antakarana mind. Why? Because ignorance abides in Antakarana Buddhi. Without Antakarana, how can you gain the knowledge? How can you gain the experience of this? Because that's the only link for us. But the present Antakarana cannot give it. You have to preoccupy the Vishayas. So that is why the Antakarana, Buddhi, the mind, is totally withdrawn from its preoccupation, the Vishayas. It is nirvishesha. It is as if a replica, as it were. See, replica in the sense of reflection. This word may have gathered some undesirable meaning. Replica means a fake one, not that. You can say fake, it is not real, but it is exactly like the original. Reflection. So that is how Atma Pratyekam. This also shows mere Shastra are not enough. The Jnana has to be reduced to Vijnana as told by Bhagavad in different places in Bhagavad Gita itself. It should be reduced to Sakshatkara, wherein you are directly aware of your Swarup. That Jnana is called what? Chakshu. Jnana Chakshusha, instrumental is there. Therefore, show Tena Jnana Chakshusha. By that eye of wisdom, a figurative expression. Bhuta Prakriti Moksham Cha Vidu. Bhuta Prakriti Moksham. Let's say this. What is that? Bhutanam Prakriti. Prakriti is Karana, cause of what? Bhutas. What are the Bhutas? Not only all living beings, but also Panchamahabhutas. It's Karana. What is that? Namely, Bhasya tells, Avidya Lakshanam. Avidya means Ajnana, is the Lakshana, means Swarupa of which. The Bhuta Prakriti is characterized by Avidya Ajnana, also called Avyaktakhya. It has got Akhya. Akhya means name, called Avyakta, means Maya. Elsewhere it is called Avyakta or Maya. Tasyaha Bhuta Prakriti. Of that cause of Bhutas, the Ajnana or Maya, it's moksha. What is this moksha? Mokshanam is abhavagamanam. Abhavagamanam means ending it, making it non-existent, to destroy it. Means mokshana means abhavana means destruction, ending. Ye viduhu, those who know. How this ending is possible? How is possible? First, you discriminate, sift kshetrajna from kshetra. Thereafter, distinguish kshetrajna in its real nature, Chaitanya Paramatma, from its upadhi kshetra. First, as a knower entity jiva from the rest of the world. Then the knower entity jiva, free from its upadhi, at all gross, subtle, and causal level. What remains is Chaitanya Atma. That is what is Abhavagama. And in that cognition, Bhuta Prakriti is not there anywhere. Moksha. ending of it. Because the Atma Swarupa is free from avidya maya. When you are absorbed in that, there is no occasion for maya to come there. There is no occasion for avidya to come there. So that is how abhava gamanam. Abhava gamanam, the gamana can be taken as a prapti. Means accomplishing the ending of bhuta prakriti, that is ignorance, avidya or maya. Viduhu, vijananti. Vijanti means sakshat kurvanti. In that cognition, all that is there is Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. Sakshatkara is Chinmatra Avasanatma. Being just Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. We have seen many times the meaning of Vijna in Mandukya Upanishad 7th mantra. Satma sa vidneya. Whereas Bhashyakara has not commented there on vidneya. From Kenobi's Bhashya. Bhuteshu Bhuteshu Vichitya Dhiraha. When commenting on that, Vichitya, Bhashyakara gives the meaning as Vidnyaya. Further, he gives the meaning of Vidnyaya as Sakshat Kritya. So therefore, based on that, we can say Viduhu means Vijananti means Sakshat Kurvanti. They are aware of just Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. No trace of superimposed Jagat. Such people, Yanti. What do you mean by Yanti? Gachanti. Yanti. Gachanti. Gachanti means go, reach. What they reach? They mean those people who have got this knowledge. Param. What is that Param? Paramartha Tattvam Brahma. The ultimate reality, namely Brahma. The question, doubt comes here as we have seen. Parabrahma is your Swarupa of the Kshetrajna. There is no question of gaining what? That in terms of time and space. As if you are in Mumbai, you can reach Delhi tomorrow. Such thing is not there. Yourself only. So what is meant by they gain or reach is like this. Na punaha deham adadate itya. They do not take further embodiment. They do not take rebirth. Why? Why others take rebirth? Can you point out? I want only one word from you. Because of their such and such thing, they get rebirth. What is it? Only one word. Desire. So long as desires are there, rebirth is inevitable because you have already earned lot of capital for it. So your bundle of karma phala is nothing but bundle of desires. Which of them immediately manifest? That is determined by the law of karma, depending on its intensity. So therefore, punarjanma means desire. No desire means no punarjanma. It can be possible only in the wake of or only in the direct experience of Paramananda Swarupa, free from least trace of sorrow. That is our Swarupa. That is what is called as Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. Until that, you can develop Vairagya, but desires will not end total. This is a mutually connected. First, reduce the desire. And reduce the only one desire. What is it? Moksha. Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. Rest all gone. And we know yourself. There is no reason why that person has to take embodiment. What for? Rebirth is for bhoga. Bhoga of what? Karma phalas. Jnani has no. He doesn't want any bhoga. He doesn't need embodiment. Why? All karma phalas have become ended. See, you should seriously think of this desire. You did not tell me. In your mind, consider the very prominent desire you have got. And that desire cannot be fulfilled in this body. What is necessary? A body suited to undergo the fulfillment of that desire. What is the first capital investment? Next body. Well, I took the next body, I fulfilled the desire, end of it. No. You will go on perpetrating and entertaining new desires. With that, new karmas. With that, new karma phalas. And again, for those desires, take new embodiments. This is where anartha samsara continues. Calamitous samsara continues because this janma marana, which you have made inevitable because of your getting subjected to desire will keep you continued in this anartha rupa samsara. See, that's why I told you in Mahopanishad, bondage is equated to desire. Think of it. After so much of exposure to Vedanta, it is high time that you pay special attention to this. Desire means body necessary. Body means janma marana. Janma marana means anartha samsara. That is what Kenovishne. Nachedi havedi mahati vinashti. If you don't get this knowledge right now here in this body, a calamitous ruin is awaiting you in terms of janma marana. Or as far as these persons are concerned, what? They are free from that. Punaha deham na adatati. They don't take rebirth. They remain what they are in terms of Atma Sarupa, Paramatma Sarupa, Brahma Sarupa. With this, the chapter 3 ends. In place it is called Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. In some place it is called Prakriti Purusha Viveka Yoga. Prakriti Purusha Viveka Yogo Nama Trayodashvadhyaya. The 13th chapter entitled for having the subject matter of Viveka, distinction between Prakriti and Purusha, or Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga Nama, which gives the distinction between Kshetra and Kshetrajna. So with this, 13th chapter is over. Now comes 14th chapter. Why this 14th chapter? Its origin is in the 26th verse of earlier chapter. Yavat sanjayate kinchit sattvam sthavara jangamam kshetra kshetrajna sanyoga tadvidhi paratarshava. Kshetra kshetrajna sanyoga. Connection between kshetra and kshetrajna is the cause of entire Srishti world. How is it so? That is now being explained by Krishna, though not asked by Arjuna. That's the teacher's job. Not only answer the questions of the student, but also certain queries which the student may not have thought of. Bring them and explain. Read Prastavana Bhasya.
सर्वम् उत्पद्यमानं क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञ संयोगाद् उत्पद्यते इति उक्तं तत् कथम् इति तत् प्रदर्शनार्थं परं भूयः इत्यादिः अध्यायः आरभ्यते.
Sarvam Utpadyamanam. Entire Srishti, creation that is going to be born is what? born of kshetra kshetrajna sanyogat utpadyate iti uktam. It was told so, it was told by Bhagavan that it is born of sanyoga, combination, connection, union between kshetra and kshetrajna iti uktam. So it was told. Where was it told? Verse 26 of chapter 13. The question comes, how is it so? Tat katham. How entire Srishti creation is produced by the union between kshetra and kshetrajna. Tat katham iti. If I say the question, tat pradarshanartham. To show how exactly the Srishti is created by Sanyoga of Kshetra and Kshetrajna. For this purpose, Bhagavan is starting a new chapter, beginning from Param Bhuyaha Ityadihi Adhyaya. Adhyayaha, the chapter, beginning from Param Bhuya Pravakshami, etc. Adhyayaha, you can add there. Arabhyate, Kena Arabhyate, Bhagavata Arabhyate. You make Adhyara, Ityadihi Adhyaya, and Bhagavata Arabhyate. By Bhagavan it is begun. This is one way of looking at the 14th chapter. Or it can be viewed in another way also. Read.
अथवा ईश्वर परतंत्रयोः क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञयोः जगत्कारणत्वं न तु सांख्यानाम् इव स्वतंत्रयोः इति एवम् अर्थम्.
अथवा और ईश्वर परतंत्रयो क्षेत्रज्ञ क्षेत्रयो जगत का. Cause of Jagat is centered in the union of Kshetra and Kshetrajna. But how? Both are being dependent on Ishvara. Ishvara Paratantrayo. Tantra Adhina. These two entities, Kshetra and Kshetrajna, who are dependent on, who are controlled by Ishvara. That is what is Jagat Karana means. Ishvara comes in picture on whom Kshetra, Kshetrajna depend. This is to point out, it is not like what Sankhya philosophy says. Natu Sankhyanam iva Swatantrayo. Not like Sankhya, Kapila Sankhya, where Prakriti Purusha, Kshetra, Kshetrajna are independent. Swatantrayo. Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Purusha, Prakriti have no connection. They are totally independent. This is what is to be pointed out. Continue.
प्रकृतिस्थत्वं गुणेषु च संगः संसार कारणम् इति उक्तं कस्मिन् गुणे कथं संगः के वा गुणाः कथं वा ते बध्नन्ति इति गुणेभ्यः च मोक्षणं कथं स्यात् मुक्तस्य च लक्षणं वक्तव्यम् इति एवम् अर्थं च.
श्री भगवान उवाच परमिति. Okay, we'll take next time.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन् न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ओ ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ